At Trinity Health System, we have a profound respect and awe for all creation. We are motivated by the words of Christ to be his hands and heart to those in need. Our doctors, nurses, and staff are driven by selfless performance, combining our expertise with the technology to bridge the gap to healthier communities. Healthcare isn't just about healing, it's about human dignity. Trinity Health System, inspired by faith, serving you with distinction.
Hey, Fred. It's January 2017. In training, do you think I could run a half marathon in 6 months?
Yeah, knowing you, it'll take about 6 months to run a half marathon.
Live from Studio 3, and then heavily edited for content, it's Bucco Banter. Introducing your hosts. Originally from somewhere near Newcastle and now being a good husband and father when he's not running off by himself to PNC Park, it's Fred Rossano. A Pittsburgh Pirates fan since before he was born and still residing in his parents' basement when he's not sleeping in the Pirates clubhouse, it's Matthew Peasley. Finally, he may look like a piece of plastic on a stick, but he has a life of his own and he's the real expert on Bucco Banter. It's Pirate Panda.
Welcome back to Bucco Banter 2017.
Yes.
It's only
Pitchers
January.
and catchers report.
Pitchers and catchers report. Almost. We got less than a month to get there, but it's exciting. We've had a brief off season, but time goes pretty fast, and here we are on the brink of yet another baseball season. Fred, we'll start with the 2016 Pirates a little bit. 78 wins, third place in the Central. Not exactly how we wanted it to end.
20 losses less than the year before.
Yeah, 98 wins the year before that. So we expected to be in the playoffs again. It was tough in a competitive division, but the Pirates definitely had their own problems.
They seem to get caught in these divisions where the top team is also the top team in all of baseball.
And that definitely was the case.
2 years ago it was the Cardinals, then the Pirates were second, and then last year it was the Cubs that obviously
won the World Series. Yeah.
Best overall record.
And we're going to have to put up with them again this year and the year after because they're a good young team.
Oh, definitely.
But the Pirates, the cupboard's not bare for 2017. No. It's relatively the same team. A couple pieces missing here and there, but if we want to preview quickly, we'll start with the starting rotation. That was kind of the downfall of the team a little bit last year. Nothing really came full circle. They got rid of Liriano midway through the year. Jeff Locke is now gone out of the rotation, but I think the Pirates like their top three guys, Cole, Jamison Taillon, and with the re-signing of Ivan Nova. But I guess the back end of the rotation still has
Ivan Nova or Ivan?
I don't know. Ivan, Ivan.
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
No.
And then there's a cast of many after that. They've talked about Chad Kuhl, Tyler Glasnow. I it seems like there's some people are down on Tyler Glasnow. I mean, he only pitched in a few. I mean, he was hurt pretty much when they brought him up. He only pitched in a few games, and it seems they're not ready to get him.
He was a little bit wild too in his some starts, but he's got the stuff, I guess, to be a major leaguer.
Well, he's still like ranked number 8, 9 in all of baseball.
Right.
But he. The thing that kind of bothers me a little bit, he can't hold guys at first, and that's a big thing. That's like John Lester. I don't understand these guys a lot of times that they can't hold guys at first. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, because if you get somebody in scoring position, a hit brings them in.
Yeah.
And but a lot of those players like Kuhl and Stephen Brault, they got a lot of experience last year too, and I think the Pirates liked what they saw. We got a little bit of Trevor Williams at the end of last year too. He had, his kind of viral video of him hugging his dad at the end of after his win. That was special. He seems like a really nice guy.
That was cool, not Chad Kuhl, but it was
C-O-O-L, not K-U-H-L.
But that was very nice. But the situation there.
Mm-hmm. And it was good to get those kind of guys moments like that. A lot of first year players.
Oh yeah, and those guys are all mid 20s, and they also have Drew Hutchinson, who's the player they got for Liriano. He's also in the mix. A lot of guys there, working stuff. They've also talked about there's still, maybe getting with Jose Quintana.
With the White Sox, there's a lot of talk about him this offseason. And
possibly a three-way trade there, and including McCutchen that they've talked about going to the Yankees, and then Quintana coming for a couple prospects, maybe fewer prospects if McCutchen's going, but I don't know.
There was a lot of talk about that in December. It could have been McCutchen gone the next day, but he's still a Pirate, and they seem to, for now at least, keeping him in center field. And speaking of the outfield, that's kind of the three guys out there have been kind of the backbone of the team for 2 years. McCutchen in center, Gregory Polanco.
But will McCutchen be in center?
Right, and then Marte in left. They could move Marte to center field, and that's been the talk too. Even if McCutchen's still on the team, he may be in left or right field.
They have, and McCutchen, I think he'll go back to batting third again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That just didn't seem to work. I mean, although it shouldn't have been that much of a difference, made that much of a difference, but overall, I think he'll be back in the number 3 spot. Your outfield's set. Around the infield, you probably got Josh Bell, John Jaso, or David Freese. Mm-hmm. Those three at first. Hopefully, Josh Bell, I guess, has lost 10, 15 pounds. He said he's gained muscle, and as far as his agility at first base, I guess he's been working on that and doing yoga. To for his agility.
Because he needs,
also.
And that's the defensive liability at first has been slowed his development a little bit.
I've never understood that either. The guys that play the outfield usually go back to first base when they're old and still have the ability to play the bag there. But he had trouble with Alvarez. But second base would be Harrison. Adam Frazier's in the mix, and maybe Alan Hansen.
Frazier got a lot of good time all across the field last year.
Did really well, actually. Hitting wise, fielding wise, he's
like a Josh Harrison.
Yeah, he's not really right there right now, but did a nice job hitting wise for sure. Shortstop, you got Jordy Mercer, and
he's been there.
And they've talked about Young Ho Gong, backing him up back again at shortstop a little bit.
But what's going to happen with Gong? He's had a lot of trouble this offseason. And
I guess they didn't even know about two of the other driving arrests, drinking while driving arrests.
If he can get his act together, the Pirates definitely need him. And he lost a couple months last year, still rehabbing that injury.
But he did a nice job when he did come back. I mean, as far as home runs, RBIs, and all that stuff. But he's the incumbent at third base for right now, along with David Freese. He'll see some time there also. So their infield and outfield is pretty much set right now. The only problem you have there is I think the bench is weakened.
Yeah, because that was
immensely. With
well, hello, Andy. We can edit this out. We'll edit this out.
I'm doing Bucco Banter right now. Can I call you back? What's that?
I think it might be Bob Nutt.
Yeah. No, I don't have it. I don't have it. I haven't even touched it. Ew. Sorry about the interruption there, folks. We had a call of us, a little bit of confusion there in Jonathan Rosanna.
We thought it was a fake phone conversation with Bob Nutting.
But anyway, we were talking about the bench.
Yeah. A strong part last year, definitely, but without Sean Rodriguez
and Matt Joyce.
That's two big losses because those guys were they were starters at a time, could fill in really nicely, had great pinch hit opportunities. And without those two veteran presences too, it's creates a little bit of a hole.
Sean Rodriguez really it was his career year last year.
Yeah.
He did an unbelievable job at almost every position. But they're going to be hurting without that type of guy coming off the bench, and along with Matt Joyce with a lot of big hits there.
Yeah.
And that's a key there too. I mean, they'll have David Freese to fill in again.
Frazier and Hansen for bench spots, and they probably will add at least one more kind of guy.
Yeah,
like
they'll
that.
do the same thing like when they added both. I think Matt Joyce and David Freese late. It was already spring training, wasn't it? So
I've heard Ryan Rayburn thrown around a little bit of somebody for the Pirates.
Is he with the Phillies?
He's been with the Phillies. He's been with the Indians. Outfielder. He's been with the Tigers. He's in his 30s. Kind of a Matt Joyce type
play
player.
Everywhere.
Yeah. But who knows if that'll come to fruition. But I'm sure they'll add at least one or two more veteran guys who can fill in.
We had the only position that we had not touched on was the relievers, and in this case, I think we're pretty strong there. They have Watson again back to close, Felipe Rivero, and then they acquired they signed Daniel Hudson to be sort of the 7-8 guy coming in. Bastardo's back. Jared Hughes, Juan Nicasio. I mean, they're pretty solid on the reliever side of things, and they even have some other guys too. They have Nefi Orgondo, who was signed.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's sort of like who's the guy they had a couple years ago that flamethrower. I guess this guy.
Feliz?
It was they traded him early in the year there. I can't remember his name now. They traded him to Seattle. But anyway, he's another flamethrower that has trouble getting the ball over the plate.
Yeah.
But also, they picked up some guy on the Rule 5, Tyler Webb, who's a lefty. They've got several lefties that they can bring in, and also Wade LeBlanc, who they signed to a contract also to maybe come in as a long reliever. And also A.J. Schugel, who was hurt a little bit, but did a pretty good job when he was in there, too. So I think they're pretty solid as far as relievers. Starters, they have to fill a couple big holes there.
And you need Garrett Cole to pitch better than he did last year, too.
Definitely.
Hopefully this is Tyone's kind of breakout year where he could be the definite number 2 starter, and you need Nova to do what he did at the end of last year, too, again. Catching, too. We forgot the catchers. Cervelli's the all-starter.
And they need to get him back to good health there for the whole year. And also Chris Stewart, who missed, I think he only played 26 games or something last year. And they have Elias Diaz.
Yeah, and we've been hearing his name for close to 5 years now, I think, as being a Major League ready guy.
It's time for him to maybe although Stewart is signed for another year, I think. So that'll be he'll be the backup there. But they need, again, overall the team needs to be healthy. They missed a lot of time last year.
Right.
Marte missed how many weeks toward the end of the year there with his back problem, I think it was. But
and then outside the players, we got new coaches too. There's Nick Leva's not at first base, Rick Sofield's not at third base, Camara Barti and Joey Cora are the new base coaches. So that could give a new look of what they do on the bases.
They have a new bench coach too, don't they? I can't remember who that is.
Yeah, there's somebody else too because they moved Brad Fisher to a different role. But and Clint Hurdle, I think this is now his 6th year. So, and that if he can right the ship again, he's got to turn the team around a little bit. But I think we're pretty confident that they'll be competing again this year.
Oh yeah, the hope springs eternal.
Nice.
And if we do, they're not a big difference from the team from 2 years ago, really.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
they can do it.
The key guys are all there. So,
and the key guys are all here as well with Fred
good.
Rosano and Matthew Peasley on Bucco Banter for the entire offseason, for the entire season, and for the entire postseason of 2017.
We banter, you decide.
Cut.
That's good.
This is really happening right now. Jonathan,
tell your mom I don't have the Kohl's card. No, I'm not. I don't know how to get you on speaker.
Hi, Jonathan. You're on Bucco Banter.
You there? Talk.
Hello, Bucco Banter. To Jonathan Rosano and the stupid editor behind this video. does not know how to give you the proper editing software.
Ooh. I think Jonathan's videos are better. Hey, Jonathan, did Jonathan use the octopus yet? I heard somebody has an octopus that was his.
Huh?
Did you give him the octopus?
He broke that.
He broke the octopus.
Is that the... What's that? Oh, no, we haven't done that. Yeah, no, the thing you're supposed to put in water.
Oh.
All right, I got to go.
All right, goodbye, Bucko Banner. I know you all miss me.
Yes. Bye. That was the best segment of Bucco Banter ever. Now try and put it on silent. We're almost done anyway.
I can't.
Just
Put the little switch on the side of the phone.
Yeah, put that down. There. He was
It
checking.
says ringer silent.
Yeah.
Yes,
But that's not the speaker. I'm still on speaker.
No, it's turned off. You're gone. The conversation's over. Now put it in your pocket or put it to the side.
2 years resolution. No anger. No anger.
So where's the Kohl's card? I've never even had the Kohl's card.
I need to go. That's the kind of insight you get on Bucco Banter. We banter, you decide. That was good. That was really funny.
That was funny. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I do.